most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
Not
Bob.
appreciated in our time, Brad. Just, geniuses are like that. They're usually appreciated after they're dead.
Oh, like Ernest Van Gogh?
I don't know.
Sorry.
The
Let's get on with
title
the
today,
program.
Why You Need to Strengthen These Muscles to Improve Your Balance. We'll get into it right after this. If you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com, go to the giveaway section, and we're giving away, Brad, do you want to show it?
Oh, yeah. Let's show the little hand, or the mini Q2 massager.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's small, but it's very powerful.
Oh, it is. It does the job.
I'm spitting today. Do you notice that?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. You can also find it on Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top page, the contest. Go to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. What else we got, Brad? I don't know. Zen someday.
We got the podcast. Hopefully you can find it.
So much of your balance comes from your hips and your ankles.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if either of those are weak, you're gonna possibly have trouble with your balance.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are key. I learned that in PT school 25 years ago, and I think it still holds true.
Right. So we're going to show you beginner and advanced for doing these. So should we jump into it, Brad?
Well, we'll just take our time.
All right. Let's start off with the beginner. Now, this is really standard. In fact, I can't remember who has a balance program, but this is what they recommend.
Yeah.
Most of these anyway. Right. Hip abduction, very simple. Grab behind a chair and you're going to start going out, keeping the toes straight forward.
Yep.
And you're going to work on...
Not like this.
Yeah. And this is probably going to be enough for you to start. If you're a beginner and you're elderly or you have never done these before.
Don't do them like this.
Don't do them like that. And of course, you're going to want to do both sides.
Right. Yeah. Otherwise,
And I'd say, 15, Brad?
You can start out with 10 and see if you get sore the next day.
Sure.
If not, 15 is a good goal.
Sit to stands.
Ooh.
Brad and I have talked about this many times. In fact, we talk about people who have one of those chairs that help them stand up.
The lift chair, the recliner lift chair with a nice button. My mom has one.
Right.
I bought her one.
Yeah, and they, if they have to use it, they should, but they should only use it as high as they need to get out of the chair because you're going to get weak. And sit to stands are really important.
Yeah.
So, when you're going to get out of the chair, just rip off 5 of them instead.
Rip off 5. That's a good way to put it.
So you're going to start off, you may be a little weak and you could start off using your arms.
Yep.
And just standing up. In fact, Brad and I said if you do have trouble standing, you could actually use a cushion to start off with. And Brad's got one right there.
Yeah. You could use a cushion. You could use a pillow. If you don't have, we've got a Pete's Choice cushion. They work really well. But you can use a pillow or something else you have. Just to get 1 inch higher makes significant
big difference.
Yeah.
So I've had many patients who couldn't get out of a chair, and we just put a cushion like this in and boom.
Yeah, they're rocking, and then you do this, and
So this is a whole progression. I mean, you can start going down to 1 arm. You can start going down to putting your hands on your thighs.
There you go.
You can start going to the advanced, putting the arms out this way.
Notice we try and maintain good posture.
Yeah, good posture. Try not to lean way forward here. Trying to come up straight here. That's going to get more strength then.
If you happen to use a walker, a 4-wheeled one or the regular one, have it in front of you to get started so that in case you do get up and you want something to hold on to, that's a really good, safe option.
Yep. All right, next one, Brad. Since we're seated, why don't you do the alphabet? We're going to strengthen the ankle a little bit here.
Oh, sure.
So as Brad says, you should take a picture like a piece of chalk tied to your big toe, right?
Oh, always the big toe. Yes, the great toe.
And what you're going to do is you're going to draw out the letters of the alphabet using the capital letters.
Yep. Like you got that chalkboard and start with an A.
Yeah, and then go to B and then C.
And you want big capital letters because it gives better range of motion. I just found much better luck with that with patients over the time because they say, boy, I got up to E and my ankle was tired.
Yeah.
And after you do it a week or two, you'll get up to, M or P or whatever. It's very clear your progress.
That's what's nice about it is, you know your progress. You know that you're doing better.
Yep.
All right. How about Brad? Do you want to do zigzags?
ABCs aren't just for kids, you know, Bob.
No, they are apparently not.
What are we going to do?
You want to do zigzags?
Oh, yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is the easiest way to get the small muscles in your foot and the muscles that on the side, the lateral muscles, stronger, which are really critical. If you need something to hang on to, or you can go up to a cupboard, countertop, put your hands on there for balance. So you have to use your imagination. Use a cane. I got the booyah stick. And so, you know, people our age or who may be doing this may know of the Charleston. Yeah, this is kind of like that, but it's a little different. But you just now you should do this with shoes on. You can go barefoot, but it might be depends if you had carpet or a hard floor. Or
it's
not.
nice. The shoes give you a little resistance of the carpet
and take your time at first, because sometimes I've had patients and they kind of get mixed up because it's not easy for everyone. So just think about pointing your toes that way and pointing your toes this way. And, you know, this carpet, you can't see it on video, but this carpet has sections that are 2 foot long. So I'm going to go 4 feet. So from here to here, I can see it's 4 feet just to give you a visual goal. Otherwise, if you're just out there doing them for any length, it sometimes...
Yeah, picking a number of repetitions, how many times you're going to go back and forth, and they'll be all set for the next one,
you'll get fatigued on that.
Yeah, you will. And next one is, again, back of the chair or countertop. You're going to do, I suppose you want to go on me, heel up, then toes up.
No.
Heel up, then toes up. Heel up, and toes up. And then you can go to one if you want to really get advanced here.
Right. Now, a little warning, if you want to put both toes down, or both feet down, and then just stop with the toes up. Nope. The
toes up.
Yep. Now, a lot of people, not a lot, there will be certain people that are going to feel like they're going to fall backwards with this. And if you're doing that, don't do it, or do it at a countertop
or a sink.
With a kitchen sink where you can put your hands around something. I have patients, and I'll say, if they are wobbly that way, and there's any concern, you know, do it with a chair behind.
Oh,
so that
sure.
If you do lose your balance,
you can just end up going right into the chair.
Yeah, versus falling down on your...
I mean, that's why we're having you do it, actually, is because people sometimes lose their balance backwards like that. And this just gives you a little more strength so that hopefully it won't happen. And we want to do it on a controlled condition.
That's right. Be safe. Be safe.
So let's do some advanced ones now. So we're using these bands here. Exercise, what are they? Resistance bands. Yeah, they're called resistance bands. We call them sometimes booty bands because if you want to improve your booty, that's your butt, Brad.
Yeah.
You got to go ahead and give some resistance.
It's simply a small loop. We like these because they're wide. They're not made out of latex or the rubbery, stretchy stuff. Those roll up around your legs. They're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And we discovered these, and we absolutely love them, and that's why we promote them. We have our name on them. I'm going to not use that.
Why don't you show that one, Brad, standing abduction?
Okay.
And I'll show it lying down.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. You got 2 options. Now, you can put these, it has to go above your kneecaps. If it's there, you could go lower, but for this situation, we'll go above the knees, and the higher you move it up towards your waist, the less resistance. This is not that hard, a little resistance. If I move it to here, a lot more. So you'll get used to that once you work with it.
So yeah, and if you want to make it even harder, you do it lying down.
Yep.
And you do resistance, you get resistance that way, and you got gravity working against you too.
There you go.
A lot of gravity. You can also do clamshells.
Sure.
So you put your ankles together and you're opening the clam.
Yep. The good old clamshell. You can't go wrong with the clamshell, Bob.
That's right. And then we're going to go ahead and work the buttock a little bit, the gluteus maximus. So we're going to go ahead. You can do it prone, lying down like this, and you can lift up like this. You got to bend the knee. Brad, you got to bend the knee.
Yeah, right here. You want me to bend the knee too, huh?
Yeah. Otherwise, you can do it in the quadruped position. A lot more difficult.
Yeah. There's no change with standing. You only have one option.
Yep. So you're going to want to, of course, do both legs again.
Sure.
And don't try to walk around with these.
Again, 10 repetitions, up to 15 if you want to go that high. That's fine. Make sure you relax and breathe through all that. I should have mentioned that at the beginning.
Now, as you slide it down, slide it right to your ankle,
Oh.
and you should have shoes on for this. And you put it to around the 4 feet. And this is a great way of working eversion, the ankle turning out. And this is the one that you really want to strengthen. Now, you can do one at a time where one of it just holds, but it's just easier to do both.
And if your ankles are weak and you can't seem like you're stretching the band very very far, that's okay. Just even an isometric, just push as hard as you can.
Even just hold it.
Yep, and hold it for 5 to 6 seconds. And
Works
relax.
out really well for this.
Yeah.
So, all right, Brad, that's
There.
it.
Well, Bob, I really think this covers all the bases for strengthening for
yeah.
balance.
Yeah, you'll definitely see some improvement if you put these to work.
Right.
So thanks.
I wouldn't do them, not every day probably.
No.
3-4 times a week.
Yep.
And then get used to it. If you want to increase after that, use your judgment. But Bob,
Sounds
once
good.
again,
I'm going to beat you.
don't
doing
be
this.
careful that. Yeah, see, they're
I didn't do
safe. Yeah, your kids won't be able to do.
Oh yeah, you got
wow.
some snap out of
So
it.
much for that.
Yeah.
Good luck with
All right.
that.
Thanks for watching.